entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Hey, what's up? We back with you, NFL Real Talk. We're doing our picks, our mock draft, 11 through 20 right now. I guess we'll start it off, head right on into it. The Houston Texans are number 11. I have them getting Alden Smith. I think Wade Phillips will really stand on the table and try to get him in the war room, because Alden Smith, I guess, is kind of like a DeMarcus Ware. That like his kind of like the Marcus Ware Jr., I guess. And they need a pass rush, because I don't really know how much Mario Williams will do in the 3-4.
Well, I have them going with Prince Amukamara from Nebraska, cornerback. Doesn't need to be said. Everyone saw what happened to the DBs last year. They lost several games behind the DBs. DBs can stop anybody. Of course, pass rush has a lot to do with it, but DBs themselves, when they were, just man on man, they just couldn't hold it down. And they picked up Jason Allen who got released from Miami, and I can tell you that was not the right move to make. They drafted a corner last year, and he did not produce. But I think they should go ahead. Don't be scared just because you got a corner last year.
I think that's what they're going to be kind of scared of. You already got a corner last year. I don't think they...
And the thing is, since he didn't work out, go ahead and try again. Go with Prince. And then, if you get lucky, then the other corner still develops, and you end up with two good corners, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So that's where I got them going. And then we move on to pick 12, Minnesota Vikings. I have them going defensive end with Alden Smith, who you just had going to Houston. I have them going with Alden Smith. Minnesota, their line has always been good, except for Ray Edwards. He might not be back with them. He's a free agent. They might not re-sign him. It looks like they don't want to re-sign him, and I think they want to keep that defensive line intact. So they go ahead and get Ray Edwards' replacement in Alden Smith, who I think will be the best defensive end in this draft.
I have them going defensive end also, but I have them getting Cam Jordan. I pretty much said it. Pretty much to me, he's like a can't miss prospect. I think he'll be good. And I say Leslie Frazier, he has to start out like on the right foot. Of course, a lot of people have the Quan Bowers going to him, but if anything about that knee is right and what they're saying, I don't believe the Leslie Frazier can start out with Quan Bowers. That's taking like a chance. You know you're going to have that long.
Well, I don't think he's just a true pass rusher in the league. I think he's a left defensive end. Yeah. I don't think he'll be the Michael Strahan type. I don't think he has that explosion come off the line. I think he'll be solid, though, given that the knee holds up. But going on with Detroit at pick 13, the Lions, I got them going with Gabe Carimi, offensive tackle out of Wisconsin. He's a big guy. It's not the most athletic tackle, but he's good. And Detroit Lions, they need offensive line help. They just drafted a tackle a year or two ago. I think they got a guy out of Boston College.
Yeah,
I think, and he hasn't really worked out too well. So they still need some help. And you still got to protect Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I said they would take Tyron Smith. Is it Tyrone?
Tyrone. I think Tyron.
Tyron?
I think you're thinking Tyrod, the quarterback.
Tyron Smith from USC. They have to protect Matthew Stafford. That's the bottom line. I don't care. Just take the offensive tackle. You have to protect him. And I said I had Tyron Smith as like my highest rated tackle. So that's pretty much the only reason I chose him. I've seen drafts where like Prince goes to the Lions, but you have to protect Matthew Stafford. You're not going anywhere without him. We saw that last year.
Guess we go on to pick 14, St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Well, I have the Rams going with the defensive tackle out of Illinois, Corey too legit to quit.
Too legit.
I like him a lot. He's going to be a great defensive tackle. I like his explosion. He looks like he can pass rush from that position, and it's just a position they really need. They need help on the defensive line. They also need help in the secondary, but I already have Prince and Patrick Peterson gone. and I don't think they'll reach for. It's a possibility that they could go ahead and reach for another cornerback like
See,
that.
I thought they would reach. I thought they would try to trade up for Prince if Prince drops that low. But I haven't been Corey too legit to quit. I've heard that the Rams really love him, so I think he'll be all right. I like him. I mean, I saw the Ohio State film and he was getting in it.
And I think they want to replace the mistake of drafting Adam Carricker a couple years back.
Isn't he with the Redskins now?
Yeah, and I think they want to now to the pick we've all been waiting
Oh,
on.
okay.
I don't know why I forgot my jersey. I didn't have my jersey with me right now. But number 15, Miami Dolphins. I have them going with Ryan Mallett. A lot of people are probably going to get some thumbs down. But listen to me. Hear me out. I got them going with the quarterback out of Arkansas because we could use running back, but D'Angelo Williams out of Carolina, he's going to be a free agent, and he has stated that he wants to come to Miami. We could go Mark Ingram, but when you have a running back already who is a great running back who says he wants to come to your place, I don't think you want to overdraft for another running back because they come a dime a dozen really. And then we could use offensive line help, guard specifically. But again, you don't want to overdraft at that position also. So, especially when we're moving the people around on the line now that could help, could suffice next year. So I think they go ahead and take a quarterback because Henny's unproven right now, and you don't want to just gamble on him next year. Put all your eggs in one basket on Henny. Give him some competition, at least his competition. But I see something special in Mallett, and I think he could come in and produce, take shots downfield. And I think Brandon Marshall will like it.
Oh, we're going to get so many thumb downs.
Hey, bring them on. Until Miami do it. We'll see.
I said the Dolphins will get Mike Pouncey. They need guard help. And the thing is that Miami, I think, is in a win-now state with the recruitment of Harbaugh like they were trying to do. So Sperano, know he doesn't have much time. The guard is not like a real sexy pick. Really, how much could you do with a guard? I mean, it helps a lot, but he's not like a playmaker.
But, offensive line is Sperano's specialty. And, usually you would expect him to want to go ahead and get that player that, oh, yeah, I love him, what I can do with him. But the coaches are kind of cocky is what I've noticed. And when they have a specialty, they think that you can give them trash and they'll just make it work. So,
John Gruden?
You like Gruden. I don't have to take a quarterback in the first round. I'll draft one in the sixth and I'll make him work. That's what Sperano thinks. I'll draft an offensive lineman in the third, fourth, fifth, and I'll make him work. And so I think he will continue on like that. And go on with the quarterback now. But 16, Jacksonville Jaguars. The pick everybody thinks, already has predetermined. Ryan Kerrigan, defensive end from Purdue. I have him going there. He's a high motor guy. He's big. He's 6'4", 260, 270. Not the most athletic, but he produced in college.
Yeah, I'm not a Kerrigan fan, but he produced in college. I just don't like him. You can go see the other videos about the draft the defensive prospects, and you know what I feel about him there. I just don't like him. I mean, I know Jacksonville, that's the kind of player that they're looking for, like real hard-working, determined motor guy.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they'll take him.
Well, I thought they might go a different direction at defensive end, but Kerrigan is the opposite of the defensive ends they drafted in the past that have been bust. They're just the athletes.
Didn't they draft another one?
Yeah, they drafted two the same year, but they were just athletes. So I think this time they'll want to go a different direction. Instead of drafting the athlete, go for the proven player, the person that produced in college. But on to New England, 17. The Patriots, I think, will go with defensive end, 3-4 defensive end with Cam Jordan from Cal. I really like him a lot. I think I had him as my third ranked defensive end. And I think he'll fit in a 4-3 or a 3-4. But I think he can be special playing in that system with New England. which I don't like, but
but
I gotta,
you don't like it.
I gotta stick to my mock draft, and that's where I got him going. I think he's special.
I said Brooks Reed for the Patriots. He just seems like a player that they'll pick. He just looks like that Patriot type player.
Going on
the 18 to San Diego. I have them taking J.J. Watt, defensive end from Wisconsin. He can help them in a 3-4 scheme. He has a motor. Sup says he's a bust though, and I don't like his hips. He has no hip action that I really can see. So I got a J.J. Watt for the Chargers.
Well, I have the same pick going. I have Watt going to San Diego. I think he might be all right. You know, I wouldn't say go far enough to say a bust, but I think he's more of a combine athlete. You know, the first guy off the bus. You know.
Yeah.
But he did produce some in college also, so it's not just complete combine offense. He did produce a little bit in college, not as much. He should have produced more, considering how much of an athlete he is at his size. But I think it's a need that San Diego can fill J.J. Watt, especially considering Cam Jordan is gone, and the next best defensive end for a 3-4 will be J.J. Watt, in my opinion. But on the 19 New York Giants, I have them going offensive tackle, addressing that need with Anthony Costanzo from Boston College. I just think that's a position they really need to address. That offensive line struggled a little bit last year. They're not getting any younger. I'm going to say, first of all, they want to help Eli out and just see what the running back they have now can do with a little bit better help out of the line.
Yeah, I also have Anthony Costanzo. They need to protect Eli. That's pretty much like my only reason. Their line last year was kind of falling apart. All the defense they played were pretty much getting to Eli. And obviously you saw how many picks Eli threw. He can't be under any distress like that. And Anthony Costanzo is supposed to be like one of the best technicians in the draft, so he should be all right. At least be solid. Now we get to the pick we really have been waiting for. Number 20.
We passed Miami already.
Oh, okay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You already know. That's who I rep. I haven't taken Justin Houston. I haven't taken Claiborne for the longest time, but I think his stock is starting to fall just a little bit. And I really think Tampa, from my sources that I've looked up on the internet, Tampa's really looking for like a speed type dude. So I think Justin Houston is like that perfect type of player for him. I heard he's not as smart as they come, but if you can get to Matt Ryan or get to Drew Brees, I don't care. You can be as dumb as a box of rocks, but if you can do the job, that's all I care about.
Well, I'm going to surprise you here. I'm probably going to upset you here.
Oh, no.
But I have Tampa Bay going with, the surprise drop of the draft. Well, not a surprise now, but
slap you right.
But at the beginning of the draft.
Oh, my pin strong right there. Don't you tell me.
At the beginning of the draft season, this guy was ranked as the number one
Oh,
pick.
my
He was
God.
talking about his number one pick.
I told you I didn't like him.
He is falling. This is not about what you like. This is about what Raheem wants. I got them going with Daquan Bowers.
Don't you do it, Raheem and Dominic. Don't you do it.
I mean, it could be just a super value pick. He had like 16 sacks last year in college. He's big. He's about 6'3", 6'4", 280. And like I said, with the sacks he had last year, he produced, even though he was a one-hit wonder. They could look up if he falls that far, which I think he will, and I think they just can't help but to take him because he's versatile. You said before that Raheem likes to run these different schemes, from 4-3 to his 3-3-5.
But you got to be able to do something, I don't like Bowers. I don't like him.
I'm just going with what I think he'll go at.
If we get Bowers, I'm just not a fan. I've already had my loss with defensive ends from Clemson and wide receivers from LSU. I just don't like them. I've been hurt by him personally. I did see Bowers playing guitar. Had a little nice rhythm. Then I think he was working with a publicist though. You heard? At the end of talking, what was that, like Sports Center? He was like,
He's like, thanks, man.
thanks, guy. But This NFL Real Talk. You know, we keep it real over here. Catch us later. Peace.